today. Before we begin our secretary, ang susunod
Thank you. Good morning to everyone and all the viewers as well. Good morning. Today, brief conference for contract ID number. ID number 25ACC00PPP. Construction relating structure along the road, kilometer 53 plus 2.7. 2 kilometer 53 plus 694. The approval budget for the contract is 1,065,000 pesos. Another, we have 580,003. Construction of railway structure along Dipolog Sindangan road, kilometer 19 plus 949 kilometer 1920 plus 599. We have 580,076. Construction of multi-purpose building, completion of multi-purpose building in Sebod, Dumpilas, Elementary School, Brgy, Dumpilas, Siayan, Sindangan. The approval budget for Zamboanga is $2,455,000. Another, we have 25,077. Construction of multi-purpose building, completion of multi-purpose building, meaning of the board. Muñoz, Elementary School, Brgy, Muñoz, Siayan, Sindangan. DPWH is 2,475,000 pesos. We have 25,086 construction of multi-purpose building, multi-purpose building of the board. Sebod, Elementary School, Brgy, Sebod, DPWH is 2,475,000 pesos. Another, we have 25,077. Construction of multi-purpose building, multi-purpose building, Brgy, DPWH 2,970,000 pesos. Another, 25,001 on completing the Sararo FR. Sindangan, the DPWH is 14,999,000. 25,001 Bringing barangay Pangaluba to Dumpilas, Siayan, Norte. DPWH is 14,999,000 pesos. Last, we have 25,001,111. Construction of rainwater collector system in public facilities sa mga Norte. The approval budget for the contract is 2,600,000 pesos. Now let's proceed to the candidates. The roll members start with our back chairperson. Engineer Secretary Chorana, our vice chairperson, Engineer Dipolog. Back members, we have Engineer Dipolog, Engineer Siayan. From the end user, we have Engineer Ivan Jimenez. Headed by Liloy. DPWH members, we have Engineer Steve Lacayon, Engineer Roxas, Engineer Sito Villegas, Engineer Luis, Engineer Loy. From Baba Secretariat, we have here Engineer Christine Baganya, Miss Leia Kabali, and Engineer Julie the Baba members, established school, cities,
Presentation of 7. Same.
Sige. So, good morning everyone. So for today's bid conference, we'll have 9 projects to be discussed. So I would like to discuss first the basic contract data. To begin with, I will call on Architect Winnie Viola to discuss all the multi-purpose buildings starting from contract ID number 76, 77, 86, and 97.
Before we receive recognize the presence of our one of our observer for the Dipolog office, and as well as Architect Liloy, the process report. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. For Roxas ID number 25G0076, 25G0077, and 25G0086. Construction of multi-purpose building, completion of multi-purpose building income report with 10 by 20 meters. This includes the scope of work of processing of building permit and occupancy, earthworks, reinforced concrete works, civil masonry, masonry works for Sopalo, roofing and accessories, painting works for steel and column, cement plaster finish for columns, and gravel fill only for the smell. So for the next project, for 25G0097, construction of multi-purpose building, completion of multi-purpose building barangay hall at Barangay Cayas, Dipolog City. This is a 3-story barangay hall with 18.9 by 11.88 in dimension, with the scope of work from ground floor to third floor suspended slab, provision of 4 dowels for stairs, columns, beams, girder, roof beams, reinforcing steel, formworks and false works and sewer lines, and wrapping only for the sewer line. So that's all for the 4 projects.
Okay. For the next project, we have here the 5G0050. So this is the detail, the ED for the 5G0050. The station limit is from 1853 to 72 to 185694, located at President Manuel Roxas, Zamboanga, Norte. So this is the location of the project, and for the cost section, we have here the cost section. This one includes the construction of the shoulder, which is a 230 mm VCP, a width of 2.44, a curb gutter of 0.67, and then the drainage canal wherein the top of the drainage canal is sidewalk. So for the dimension of the canal, so this is the dimension of the canal. The total width is 1.5, and then the clear width is 1.2. And the height varies depending on the elevation of the invert. Okay. Same goes to the next project, 25G0053. So same yapon na nila ang specifications. But this time, ang 25/0/053, there will be no construction of the shoulder, but for the canal, the same specification. For 25/00108, so this is 25/00108 consists of two segments from station 2 plus 254 to station 2 plus 277.51, and then station 2 plus 395.26 to 3 plus 003.10. Okay. This is the location located at Barangay Separaw, Sindangan, Zamboanga, Norte. And then for the cross section, this is the cross section. The width of the road is 2.5 for each lane, and then the thickness is 200 mm PCC. We also have a shoulder of 1.5, and then for the surface of the shoulder, we have item 300 gravel surface course, and then underneath the PCC, and then the gravel surface course is item 201, which is a grade sub-base course of 200 or 300 mm or 200 mm. Okay, there are also locations where there will be construction of a gouted recap class B, which is 500 mm thickness, and construction of line canals. For 25/00109, this is located at Barangay Panganumba to Dumugong, Farm Market Road. Two segment again, from station 0 to station 2 150, and for segment 2, station 3 2707 to 840. So actually the gap for these two projects is a existing PCP. So the same specification with regards to the typical road section. We have a 2.5 width of PCC for each lane, 1.5 meter sidewalk, or I mean shoulder, and then the surface course is item 300 for the shoulder, and then the sub-base is 200 mm in thickness. Again, there are specifications where there will be construction of gouted recap structures of a 500 mm thickness. So just refer to the schedules, and then there are also locations wherein we will be constructing a line canal. Okay. And then for the last project, this is the rainwater collection. So these are the specifications for each of these rainwater collectors. So all in all, there are 9 specifications. So for the typical details, this is the detail of the rainwater collector. This is a concrete, no? Ang rainwater collector. This is the cross-section of the rainwater collector. So just refer to the plan for the specific details, and then the reinforcement of the rainwater collector. Okay. So those are the basic contract data for those 9 projects. So let's proceed to the eligibility requirement for these projects. Okay, so for the DPWH license requirement, again, all project requires a size range of small e. For project ID 53, this specification must be general engineering GE2 flat control. This refers to your DPWH license. And then for 77, 86, and 97, 76, 77, and 97, the classification must be general building GG1 building. And for 108 and 109, this is general engineering G1 road. And then for ID number 111, it's general engineering G for water supply. Okay. For the technical component envelope, these are the documents comprising the technical documents under the technical components. First, we have the legal documents. It's a valid and updated Belgian registration certificate. Make sure that the documents as reflected in your Belgium must be current, valid, and updated. These are the registration certificate, mayor's permit, tax clearances, Philippine or the PCAB license and administration, and then your audited financial statement must be at least 2 years from the beginning. For the second document under technical documents for Class A, we have the statement of prospective bidder policies going of government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. You may use ANISO, the CSI, and together with the following documents, supporting document as shown in the screen. Okay? And then you will be submitting this on the day of the bid opening, or you may update your paperwork application profile in the central office. Same goes with the third document, statement with the singular largest completed contract. You may use Annex N of the CSI, and together with that document are these supporting documents, which are the certificate of completion, CPS rating, certificate of final acceptance, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract agreements, and joint venture agreement in case of joint ventures projects. Okay. Again, you may submit this on the day of the opening of bid, or you may update your profile and civil works application in the central office. Okay. In order for your bid to be qualified, you must have a project funded as an LCC of at least 50% of the bid. Okay. So these are the major and similar categories of work. In order for your project to be considered as an SLCC. For IDCP and 53, it is under the work code of FCN for major categories of work, platform control, construction relays, closed and open permits. And these are the similar categories of work. WSL 213, HHN, HDD, HR. And then for contract ID number 7677, 86, and 97, it falls under the major categories of work of buildings, construction without pads, low-rise concrete frame, 1.5 stories. And these are the similar categories of work as shown on the screen. And then for 109 and 108, this is under the major category of work of roads, construction, CCP. And for the similar categories of work, we have here roads, rehabilitation CCP, and roads, construction, tunnel CCP. And lastly, for ID number 111, major categories of work is water supply level 1, construction, shallow wells, rainwater collectors. And then similar categories of work is WSL 213, and then FHW. Another document to be submitted by the bidder under Class A technical documents, your special pickup license. This will only be submitted in case of joint ventures. And then the P1 is the original copy of bid security. We have different forms of bid security. And then make sure that you are using the prescribed form, and then the validity, and also the required amount. Now, for notarized bid security declaration, the most common, you must use the latest form, which is form number 12. And it must be notarized. And then we have here for project requirements, the first document to be submitted is the organizational chart using form number 13. Make sure that in that chart, you are indicating the names of the key personnel required in bid sheet close number 10.4. Another document is the list of the key personnel. You may use the form number 14 as the prescribed form, together with the following supporting documents per personnel: curriculum day, notarized affidavit of commitment work, photocopy of their valid licenses, and then photocopy of their valid certificate of accreditation and/or training. And these are the list of contractors key personnel required per project. For project IDs 53, 108, 109, 111, we are requiring one project manager, one project engineer, one materials engineer, one geometric control with the required minimum years of experience and minimum years of total experience as reflected on the screen. Also, we are requiring one safety officer, one first aider, and one foreman. Make sure your safety officer is a DOLE accredited safety officer, and your first aider is a DOLE accredited first aider. I forgot to mention that the materials engineer for this project, we are requiring at least a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. Now, for project IDs 76, 77, 86, and 97, actually, they are the same. But for the project engineer, we are requiring as a requirement or as a compliance, with DO number 1.0.2024, the proposed or the pledged project engineer must be DPWH provisional project engineer, must be at least DPWH provisional project engineer. And these are the limits of assignment for the required provisional project engineer. Must have at least 10 contracts in the same region for simultaneous assignments, each costing not more than 1 million, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million. You may also pledge PE1 or PE2. That depends on your situation. Make sure that those personnel does not exceed to their limits of assignments. Same goes with the materials engineer 1. We have here the limits of assignment. You may also pledge ME2 to make sure that these personnel does not exceed their limits of assignments. Okay? So another document under project requirements, the list of contractors, major construction material testing equipment. You may use form number 14 as prescribed form, together with the following supporting documents as per the type of the equipment. It may be an owned equipment or a lease or under purchase agreement. So those documents have different supporting documents as required. Okay. Now, for the list of the major construction equipment, just refer to the posted bidding documents per project. Okay. Another document or another requirement is the material testing equipment. Now, for the list of material testing equipment, just refer to DO number 11/2017. It has a list of required material testing equipment which depends on the type of the contractor's pickup license. Whether they are small, medium, or large license their pickup. And then the last one under the technical documents is the original duly signed omnibus form statement using form number 16. The latest is now composed of 10 statement. If the bidder is a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, they must also submit original notarized certificate for joint venture, original special power of attorney for all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officers assigned the West and who to represent the bidder. For financial documents under Class A is the NFCC or Net Financial Contracting Capacity. For the calculation of NFCC, it must be current assets minus current liabilities as reflected in your PDF in your audited financial statements times 15 and then minus the value of all outstanding and completed portions of projects under ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the contract to be. The value for this must be equal to the list of all your ongoing contracts by government or private contracts. And then in order for you to be qualified to bid for this project, your NFC, computed NFC must be at least equal to the AAPC. And then for Class B, is a not duly signed joint venture agreement. This will only be submitted for cases of joint ventures. Okay. Now, for the financial content envelope, we have here the required documents. The first one is the financial bid form using form number 9. Each and every page of the bid form must be signed. Another document is the bill of quantities. The bill of quantities is composed of two documents. These are the form number 17, which is the BOQ itself, and then the form number 18, which is the summary, bid price summary. Same with the bid form, each and every page of the bill of quantities must be signed with the person signing the bid. For the detailed estimate, there is no prescribed form, but make sure that you already included all the required taxes in your computation, and then attach also a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And then the last one is cash flow by quarter using form number 19, and it shall be based on the duration of the procurement project. Now, for the format of your bid, your documents, all your documents must be printed in an A4 size paper, and each document must have a tab number. And then they are only valid if they are signed or initialed by the person signing the bid. Okay. Now, how do you submit your bid, no? Or compile your bid? So this illustration shows you how to compile the bid, no? First, your eligibility document and your technical documents must be bind, and then separate also your financial proposal. And then you put it in a sealed envelope. Then these are the required information to be reflected in the envelope, and then label it as the original bid. Same goes with the copies of the bids, no? The eligibility and technical requirements must be bind as one, and then separate also the financial component envelope, and then put it in a sealed envelope, and then reflect this required information. Now those envelopes which composed of the original bid and then the 4 copies which were required must be then put in a main envelope, and these are the information to be reflected in the main envelope. And this main envelope will be the one that you will submit in this office during the bid drafting. So these are the procedure for the preliminary examination of bid during the beginning. First, we will be opening your first bid envelope, which goes your eligibility and your technical component. And then we will be using a non-discretionary pass or verification, which depends on the checklist, no? If these documents are present or absent. After you pass in the opening the bid envelope together with the eligibility requirement, passing the DPWH, then you will be opening your second bid envelope. And then we will be rating it pass or fail or insufficient, which depends on the presence or absence of the documents. And then it will be rated, no? Depending on your ABC. Okay? For ABC, which is more for your bid price. For bid price exceeding the ABC, it will be rated as fail. Okay? Then those bid which is rated pass for the first and second envelope will be the only one which will undergo the detailed bid evaluation and practice. Okay? So in the detailed evaluation of bids, we will be computing your financial document, no? And then these are the rules that we will be applying. Okay. First, we will be checking for reputational errors, and then the ABC will be the upper limit. There is no lower limit, and then the bidder must also include the cost of all the taxes. If the item is provided but no price is indicated, then it shall be considered as non-responsive. However, if you specify 0 or a dash, then it means that you are offering it free to the government. Now, in case of discrepancies, this will be followed by the technical working group. For bid price versus the bid price in figures versus bid price in words, the bid price in word will prevail. For total price per item versus the unit price for the item times quantity of the item, the unit price for the item times quantity of the item shall prevail. For the stated total price versus the actual sum of prices of the component items, the actual sum of prices of component items will prevail. For unit cost of the detailed estimate versus the unit cost of the bill of materials, the unit cost of the bill of materials will prevail. For the discrepancies between the copies and the original, of course, the original will prevail. For the post-qualification, this will be the procedure that we will be undergoing. First, you will be submitting these documents as reflected in the screen. And then, we will be checking the legal requirements, whether your submitted documents are valid or updated, no? And then, if whether you are not included in the blacklist. And then for the technical component, we will be verifying your competence or experience, including also your key personnel, and then the availability of your pledged equipments, major construction and material testing equipments. Okay. For your ongoing private contracts, take note that any of these conditions met by the bidder, they will be automatically disqualified. First, if you have a negative slippage of 15% or negative slippage of 10% for two projects, if they fail to commence fair work within 7 calendar days and completed them within 30 calendar days, failure of the contractor to commence fair works with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 calendar days, and then substantial quality of work. And then for financial requirement, we will be also verifying your computed NFCC. Okay? The verified computed NFCC must be at least equal to EACC. Okay. Then after that, the contractor, if the contractor passes all the procedures, then they will be declared as the lowest calculated and responsive bidder. And then for the award, they will receive a notice of award, and they will also be submitting these documents in order for them to sign the contract, and then they will be issued a notice to proceed within 7 calendar days. Okay? So those are the procedure in the bidding process. Mr. Chair?
I think you used to tayo. May call to tayo to edit the schedule kasi
Can you spare for the information to the bidder? The deadline of submission and bids and the bid opening shall be on June 2, 2025 at exactly 10 in the morning. Here at Procurement Unit Office, DPWH second Secretary Office, Dipolog City. That's all.
any motion for adjournment?
Most days,